Hey guys, YouTube Bartender here. Alright, and this is gonna be about something that I've never really done before. In all the years that I have had this YouTube channel, whenever February has come around, I've really never done anything to celebrate Black History Month. I've kind of made a few videos talking about some other sort of African American subjects. I remember I reviewed Our Friend Martin a few years ago for Martin Luther King Day, and of course just this past holiday season I did review the Rugrats Kwanzaa special just in honor of Kwanzaa. Yeah, but whenever February has come around, I have never really done anything in honor of Black History Month, and so I figured this year I would do something in honor of Black History Month. so so in honor of Black History Month, I figured that I would kind of make a review of a movie that is kind of sort of set around sort of some African American related situations. So yeah, so for this video, I decided that I would make a review for Song of the South. So, yeah, so I know that some people are kind of thinking, what? This is what I chose to um, review? Yeah, but yeah, because of course this has really become a very infamous movie over the years. Yeah, because so this movie, this was really the first official live action Disney movie ever made. I know before this, Disney did make that film, The Reluctant Dragon, but really that film was really just about them making an animated film called The Reluctant Dragon. So it's not really like uh, an actual movie. It's not really fully a an official live action movie. It really is kind of a sort of a behind the scenes type of film. Yeah, but yeah, this was really Disney's first live official live action movie that actually did have a story to it and really was an actual film and stuff. Yeah, but of course this film was also this was also a very controversial film, and yeah, and due to all the controversy surrounding the film, to this day Disney has never given this movie an official home video release. Yes, and stuff. So, yeah, so so I'm not really sure how many of you actually have seen this movie because since it never has been released on home video, it hasn't really been seen by as many people as all these other Disney films that have come out over the years. Yeah, yeah, but yeah, so this film just it does really have a lot of racial controversy surrounding it and stuff due to how the due to how African Americans and everything in this movie is really portrayed as. Yeah, because this film of course takes place during the time of slavery. So yeah, so yeah, and apparently I'm not really too familiar with back during the time that this movie is set in. I'm not really too familiar of how the slavery age really did work out, but yeah, I've heard people saying that this doesn't really totally follow how slavery really did work back then because just of how a lot of the black people in this movie talk, it's really not really done correctly according to people. So yeah, so it's there's just a lot of controversy surrounding this because this really doesn't accurately portray how the black people really were during this time. So yeah, so due to all the controversy surrounding the film, it's just never seen an official home video release, whether it's VHS or DVD or even Blu-ray. So yeah, but yeah, I decided to really give this one a watch because even me, I really hadn't actually seen this full film before. I have seen parts of it before. Of course, this film probably is most well known for the famous song Zippity Doo Dah. Of course, this movie did feature the Zippity Doo Dah song. Yeah, and of course, the song was just so catchy. I mean, I did listen to it a lot ever since I was a kid. So, so yeah, this one today is probably most well known for Zippity Doo Dah. But yeah, how is the film itself? Well, the film, it did kind of like receive like some kind of mixed reception from critics. Like critics are really just like very split on this film. Me personally, I actually did like this film. I actually did enjoy it. I thought it was pretty good. I mean, like I said, I mean, this film is like the controversy surrounding this film was because of like how the slaves and the black people were really portrayed in this film. Like I really didn't find it like really like that offensive or anything, but then again, like I'm not black, so yeah, it like all that controversy surrounding it, it really isn't like really like geared towards my race. So yeah, but if I was like a black person watching this film, I might like see it in a different light. I mean, I don't really know like how black people really would feel about this. Like I watched Doug Walker's Disney December review that he did for this movie years ago, and he kind of did say the same thing about it. Yeah, in his review for the movie, like he kind of like talked about like how the film was like portrayed racially, and he like brought up like how like it does try to like say like how we thought like the people like talked back then, and he just feels that they like got some stuff wrong about it. Yeah, yeah, and he just talked about like how some of the things that are mentioned in this movie, like it can be like kind of uncomforting listening to them talk about that kind of stuff. And yeah, but he also did say like he doesn't really feel that like a lot of the young kids would really like catch on to like what they're really talking about in this film. And yeah, and he even like said that like like as a white guy, like he doesn't really like find it very offensive, but he also brought up that like if he like was watching it, like if he was like a young black boy, he doesn't really know like how he would find it, like what he would really think about it. And I really do think that is really the case with a lot of people who may watch this film. I mean, in like for black people that may watch this film, I'm not really too sure like how they would feel about the film. I'm not really sure if they would actually like find it offensive or if they would actually like see past the fact that this is just a film or what they would really think about it. As far as like when white people watch this, um I I don't really know. I mean, there's not really anything in the film that truly is truly like absolutely like really like racially offensive. Like there's no like racial terms really like used in the film. At least none that really like young kids would really catch on to. And I really don't even think like a lot of adults would really catch on to it either. And yeah, so there's not really anything like true like that offensive in this film. Like there has definitely been like some films that really have been like much more like racially offensive than this film is. So I really don't think this film really is like that harmful with the racial portrayals and stuff. Like I said, I'm not really too familiar with the time that this film is really set in, so yeah, I'm not really too sure like how accurately it is portrayed, but yeah, just from like a speculation, like this probably really did get some things wrong, but it's not really anything where it's absolutely like really like so offensive or anything. At least not to me. I mean, like I said, like if I was watching it, if I was black, I don't know if I really would see it in a different light or not. But yeah, as a white person watching it, I think it's fine. Like I really don't think there's anything really like that is true, like absolutely anything that really was like so offensive in it that people really would think like what they did that really. So yeah, so I really think it's fine. Like I really don't think that it really is like totally that bad. Yeah. So yeah, so going into a little bit more background about the film. Uh, the film was really like based on like a collection of stories by Joel Chandler Harris about like Uncle Remus's stories. Yeah, that was actually like the story of the book, like well, the story, the book that has the collection of stories that this film is really based on, Uncle Remus. And yeah, and in this film, of course, like there is Uncle Remus. Uncle Remus is really like the main character of the film, and he like sings the Zippity Doo Dah song, and he like is telling like all the stories in the film. Yeah, so I'm not really too sure like how much like this film really does include that was included in like the collection of stories, but yeah, I really do think that the film really is like it is pretty enjoyable, I think. I mean, yeah, like I said, I actually did like the film fine. I actually did enjoy it. Yeah, what the film is basically about is that there's a mother and a daughter that end up like visiting in the plantation that the boy's grandmother runs. Yeah, but yeah, after like the boy's father, who also like went to the plantation with them, he goes back home because of like his job that like is like kind of like sort of like a little bit like confusing as to like what his job really does uh include. Yeah, the father, like his job is like he's some sort of like a journalist, and apparently he has like some a very controversial editorship in the newspaper that apparently like I guess it's kind of like hinted that his job and like his editorship involves like some sort of like racial controversy, but that's never actually confirmed in this film. So we don't like totally like know like what the father's what his job entails, like what is included in his editorship. Yeah, so yeah, they never like fully like explain like what the father's uh journalism really entails or anything. But yeah, regardless, yeah, he ends up like going home, and yeah, the son is really distraught about it. So at first, like he tries to sneak away from the plantation to go back home with his father, but then yeah, then he eventually like comes across like all the slaves and well, the slaves on the plantation, and he eventually does meet Uncle Remus, and yeah, and throughout the film, like Uncle Remus is really just telling the boy like all the like stories of like a Brer Rabbit and everybody. And the stories kind of like are about like similar situations that are very similar to like the situations that the boy in the film is like going through, and they really do, and the stories really do like help the boy really realize like how he should handle like all the problems that he's dealing with throughout the film. So yeah, and of course like in this film like the Brer Rabbit stories that Uncle Remus tells in the film, like they are animated. So yeah, the movie is really like a mix of like live action and animation. It's similar to movies like Mary Poppins and Ben and Broomsticks and yeah, those kind of films like that. Where yeah, it is mostly consists of live action, but yeah, there are like some animated characters in the film and animated portions of the film. So yeah, so it is a mix of live action and animation, but yeah, it is still like a mostly like it would classify really as a live action film like this. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Disney really didn't do like any like full length, well like full live action movies that didn't include any enemy characters until Treasure Island, which came out in I think 1950. Yeah, so this, but yeah, this film still like it was like mostly live action, and it would really be more classified as that, even though there are animated scenes in the film. Yeah. Yeah, and yeah, the Brer Rabbit scenes in the movie, yeah, I do like them. I do find them to be pretty enjoyable and humorous throughout them. Yeah, yeah, and the performances in the film I do think are like pretty good. Like you do have like a James Baskett as Uncle Remus, and he does a very good job in the film. You also do have a Bobby Driscoll as the boy in the film, Johnny. And yeah, this film also was like a kind of like an introduction to Bobby Driscoll because yeah, after this, like Bobby Driscoll did kind of like have a little bit of a career in Disney films because yeah, after this, like Bobby Driscoll did go on to star in well, he was in like some other Disney films that did come out during the time, like he was in Treasure Island. Like he did play Joe Hawkins in Treasure Island, and Bobby Driscoll also, of course, was the voice of Peter Pan in the Peter Pan movie. So yeah, so Bobby Driscoll did kind of like have a little bit of a career with Disney films, was following this film. Yeah, and everybody else in the film I do think does a pretty good job as well. Yeah, but yeah, and getting back to like the story in this film, you like yeah, Uncle Remus is just like telling Johnny the stories of like Brer Rabbit and then everyone to kind of like help him cope with his problems and realize how he should handle his problems. But yeah, but over time, like the mother really like has some like misunderstandings of Uncle Remus's intentions to Johnny, and eventually she just like wants Uncle Remus to just stop seeing Johnny. Yeah, but then, yeah, in the end, like with Uncle Remus just like being very upset about it, he tries leaving. Johnny goes after him, but yeah, there ends up being an accident that happens to Johnny. But then, yeah, and as he's like recovering. It's unknown if he's gonna live or die. Yeah, Uncle Remus comes back in and tells another story to Johnny, and that ends up reviving him. So yeah. So the story really mainly is like focused on like the connection between Uncle Remus and Johnny, and I do think the film does it just fine and stuff. So yeah, so so I'm not really too sure like why the film really did spark so much controversy. My guess is just because Disney really did, he like didn't know really like how people really were going to feel about it, and so just because like all the controversy surrounding it, not knowing how people really would react, and I don't know if like maybe like at the time like just like there were going to be like there were like black people that really did kind of feel offended by this. So yeah, so due to all the controversy surrounding it, Disney just like kind of just like put it away in a vault and never like let it go out to be on home video. Yeah, I mean Disney did like re-release the film over the years in the theaters, yeah, but it never did like see like an official home video release. Yeah. Yeah, but overall, I mean, I do like the film. Like, I do enjoy like the performances of Uncle Remus. It does. I mean, Zippity Doo Dah is a great song, and yeah, and just yeah, the connection between Uncle Remus and Johnny, I do think it is pretty good. And plus, yeah, in the film, like, Johnny does befriend like some other kids throughout the film. Like, he does like befriend a boy that lives on the plantation, as well as another girl that is picked on by her brothers. Yeah, so yeah, maybe not everything about the film really does work out, and there is some stuff that really is not really that interesting, like the stuff between like the girl and her brothers. Like the brothers are like giving her a hard time wanting to like drown her dog and stuff. Like that stuff probably really wasn't needed. It probably could have been like cut, and probably like they could have like had the brothers really like be heckling on some of the slaves. Maybe that would have like worked out better as far as like the story of the film goes. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, there is probably like some stuff they could have really done to really like kind of like give this make this one better, really like keep it more focused and more interesting. But as is, I mean, I do think the film is just fine. I mean, I did like the film. So yeah, so I really can't find like too much for me to complain about for the film. I mean, I guess like there is still like some stuff that really is like kind of uncomfortable to really listen to, but yeah, but overall, I mean, yeah, I still did overall find myself really enjoying a lot of the film. So I would probably give the film probably like around like 3 stars out of 4. I mean, yeah, is it worth tracking down to watch? Well, I don't know. I mean, I really don't wouldn't really say this film like is an absolute masterpiece. I mean, I really wouldn't say it is a must see. Like if you really are looking for a classic, and especially like if you are like trying to find a film that really is complete with telling the story that this film does, because yeah, it probably really is not that kind of film. No, but yeah, but if you do know about the film, and if you really are like just really looking to track it down, yeah, if you are just like looking to track the film down just for historical reasons, like just since it is like Disney's first like uh, official live action film, like if you just want to watch it for like historical value or anything, and you're like, it is like worth. I guess like you can give it a watch. Like I think it is like if you got like 90 minutes to spare, I do think that like like it is fine to watch and track down. Like I said, I'm not really too sure like how black people really would like feel about it, because there's like how like the slaves are portrayed in the film. So yeah, I'm not really too sure like how black people are going to feel about it. But yeah, if it is like just like if you are just like wanting to see the film just for historical reasons, yeah, I wouldn't really say this is a bad film to check out. Like I do think that overall it is a pretty good film. So yeah, that's just my judgment for it. So just yeah, I mean, and some people may find it offensive, and yeah, some people may like kind of like see like some of the racial controversy. But at this, but like I said, just if you're looking for just like something just like to kill some time just like for see a good song, some funny scenes throughout it, and just yeah, just something that is just like kind of just lighthearted enough. I think this is fine to check out. All right. Okay, so I guess I'll just talk a little bit about the premise of the film. So yeah, so like I said, as the film opens up, like it has Johnny, who's like 7 years old, and yeah, he arrives at his grandmother's plantation with his parents somewhere in Georgia. But then his father then like tells Johnny that he is like leaving to go back home due to like something in his editorship. He never really actually just confirmed what it is, as I said. And yeah, but yeah, he ends up like leaving, and yeah, Johnny just like was very distraught over his father leaving. So yeah, then that night, like Johnny like tries to leave the plantation to go back to Atlanta, but then yeah, as he's sneaking away, then he ends up like coming across the slaves, and he does eventually like see Uncle Remus. Something I've always kind of questioned about this is just like whose uncle is Uncle Remus actually? Like they never really like say like whose uncle he really is and why everybody just calls him Uncle Remus. So I'm not really too sure if like the Uncle Remus stories really do like go more into that. But yeah, this film never really acknowledges that. Like just whose uncle is he exactly? Why does everybody call him Uncle Remus? Yeah. Yeah. But anyway, yeah. Yeah, and then yeah, Uncle Remus of it like very quickly befriends Johnny, and yeah, Johnny just told Uncle Remus the situation that he's in, that he's wanting to go back to Atlanta, and then yeah, then and yeah, then Uncle Remus then just started telling Johnny the tales about Brer Rabbit. And then yeah, he was just like telling Brer Rabbit a story that like Brer Rabbit was in a similar situation to Johnny, honey, and that it happened on a zippity doo dah day. And yeah, and then he just like said like a zippity doo dah day was the kind of day where you can't open your mouth without a song jumping right out of it. And then yeah, then it just like ended up like just a it's a transitioning like Uncle Remus into like an animated world. Yeah, I'll put the zippity doo dah song down in the description if you want to listen to it, because yeah, it is a really catchy song. So yeah, but yeah, then yeah, his Uncle Remus was singing the Zippity Doo Dah. Then it eventually showed Brer Rabbit, and yeah, then it just showed him that like a like a Brer Rabbit, like in the story that he was telling, like he was attempting to run away from his home, but then yeah, then after like he got caught in a trap set by Brer Fox and Brer Bear, or well, it was set by Brer Fox really, yeah, 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 Brer Rabbit then like tricked out Brer Bear into like switching in places with him in the trap. Yeah, and then that allowed Brer Rabbit to escape, and he headed back home. Yeah, yeah, and then yeah, and then after that's how then Johnny then like realized that that's the way he should really handle this problem, and he should really just stay at the plantation. So then yeah, Uncle Remus brought Johnny back to his mother. Yeah, and then well, yeah, over time, like Johnny did like befriend a couple other kids on the plantation. Like he did befriend like a black boy named Toby who lived on the plantation, and he also befriended a white girl named Ginny Favors, and it showed that like Ginny had a puppy, and her two older brothers, Joe and Jake, were like threatening to drown the puppy, and yeah, they were just like heckling Jenny about it. But then yeah, then Jenny then like gave the puppy to Johnny. But then when Johnny brought the puppy back home, like Johnny's mother just like refused to let him take care of it, and just like told him to take it back to where he found the puppy. But then yeah, Johnny then took the puppy to Uncle Remus, and Uncle Remus then like took the puppy in, and yeah, then after Johnny then like well, Uncle Remus then like told Johnny another story about Brer Rabbit, which like which featured Tar Baby. Yeah, the Tar Baby stuff is probably like another one of the controversial things about this film, because yeah, when they talk about like when they mention the Tar Baby, that's like something that I could kind of like get kind of uncomfortable of to listen them talking about, because yeah, the Tar Baby, that's just like kind of a yeah, the tar baby stuff is just kind of like a term that is kind of uncomfortable to listen to be honest. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's something else that Doug Walker like talked about in his December review, like that how like just them like using that term can get kind of uncomforting at a lot of points. Yeah, but anyway, yeah, the tar baby is just like a story that really is just talking about like how people shouldn't get involved with something they have no business with, and yeah, it just shows like how that story is like just showing how like Brer Fox and Brer Bear are like trying to set up another trap for Brer Rabbit, and then yeah, Brer Rabbit like it just shows that he thinks that the tar baby was like another person, or yeah, you get my drift. You know what I'm talking about, yeah. But then yeah, the tar baby like just wasn't responding to what Brer Rabbit was saying, and then yeah, Brer Rabbit then was like trying to hit the tar baby, but he got caught in it. Yeah, and then yeah, then but then yeah, then yeah, he just like ended up like getting like just caught in the trap by Brer Fox and Brer Bear. Yeah, but then yeah, then Uncle Remus then like told Johnny how Brer Rabbit used a reverse psychology on Brer Fox to get out of the situation. So then that's how uh Johnny saw that that's how he should handle the situation with Ginny's brothers. Yeah. So then yeah, then after Johnny and Toby then came across Ginny's brothers again, and like Johnny like just used reverse psychology on them and telling them like not to tell their mother about the dog. Yeah, because yeah, Ginny told Johnny earlier in the film that like her mother says that it's her dog and she can give it away if she wants to. Yeah, well, yeah. I guess I should like specify who her is. Yeah, yeah. Ginny's mother says that it's Ginny's dog and Ginny can give the dog away if she wants to. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, so then yeah, the boys then like they went to tell their mother about the dog, and then yeah, the mother then and yeah, the mother like it just showed the mother like switching the two of them, saying that telling them that like Ginny can give the dog away if she wants to. Yeah, and then yeah, then Joe and Jake realized that yeah, Johnny had tricked them, and so yeah, so he'll in an act of revenge, like the boys went to tell Sally about the dog. Yeah, Sally is Johnny's mother. Yeah, they told Johnny's mother about the dog, and so then yeah, after hearing about that, like just yeah, she like realized that like Johnny and Uncle Remus like had the dog in their possession. Yeah, and Uncle Remus like didn't know what uh Johnny's mother had told him about the dog, telling him to give it back. So so Uncle Remus kind of like got into like a situation right there, and then yeah, and just yeah, Johnny's mother just like was not happy about it, and she just asked Uncle Remus not to tell Johnny any more stories about Brer Rabbit. Yeah, yeah. Then later on, like it showed that like Johnny's birthday had approached, and yeah, and yeah, and then his mother was like throwing a birthday party for him, and yeah, Johnny like invited Ginny to the party, and yeah, Johnny he then like went to pick up Ginny to go to the party, but as they were heading towards the party, Joe and Jake were heckling Johnny and Ginny some more, and then they threw Ginny into a mud puddle, ruining her dress, and Ginny was just like very upset about it and feeling that she now couldn't go to the party. And yeah, Ginny just like ran off crying, and then yeah, Johnny then like actually like then physically fought Joe and Jake, and then yeah, Uncle Remus then came and broke it up, and yeah, then he like just scolded Joe and Jake for fighting Johnny and heckling him. Yeah, and then as Johnny went to give Ginny some comfort, like yeah, Johnny didn't just realize that like he didn't even want to go to the party either, since like his father was not going to be there. Then yeah, Uncle Remus then like told then like cheered up Johnny and Ginny by telling them another story about Brer Rabbit, which was like with Brer Rabbit having his laughing place, and yeah, what it really was about was like how yeah, it showed like Brer Rabbit telling a Brer Fox and Brer Bear that he had his laughing place, and he took them to it. And it turned out like it was like a place where a beehive actually was. And then with like through some like hijinks, Brer Rabbit then just like got both Brer Fox and Brer Bear to like just fall into the beehive, and just to have just the bees all go after them, and just with Brer Rabbit laughing at it. And after that, then like Uncle Remus just told them, Johnny and Ginny, that like everybody has their own laughing place, and then Johnny and Ginny then just ran off to find their selected laughing places, or respective laughing places, I guess I should say. But then once like they returned to the plantation, like Johnny's mother like was not happy because the party was over by that point. So she was not happy that Johnny missed the whole party. And then she also like learned that like Uncle Remus told him another story about Brer Rabbit. And so due to like just all the misunderstandings about the impressions that Uncle Remus was giving Johnny, like at that point, just Johnny's mother just like forbid Uncle Remus from seeing Johnny anymore. And so and Uncle Remus like was very upset about like how Johnny's mother took the impressions that he was leaving on him. So then Uncle Remus like just packed up his stuff and started to leave for Atlanta. But then as Johnny then went back to Uncle Remus's cabin, he saw that Uncle Remus was not there anymore, and even like Johnny's mother saw it too, and saw that she was to blame for it. But Toby then like came up to them and told them that Uncle Remus was leaving, and they saw Uncle Remus like leaving on a carriage, and Johnny then like was trying to rush to Uncle Remus to intercept him, and Johnny even tried to take a shortcut by cutting through a pasture with a bull that earlier in the film Toby told him not to go through because of the bull. But Johnny ended up like going through the pasture here, and the bull ended up, of course, attacking Johnny. Though they didn't actually like show the bull attacking Johnny on screen. Like he get showed like Johnny like running through the pasture, and it showed the bull chasing after him. But it also showed like Johnny's mother trying to run like around the pasture to get to him. But then then it's like at one point as it showed like the bull chasing after Johnny, then cut away to Johnny's mother, and then it just like showed her like screaming like due to like whatever it was the bull did to Johnny. I'm guessing like the bull had like ran into him and like trampled him or something. I'm not really sure. Like they never really like say what the bull actually did do. They just say the bull attacked him. And so then as Johnny was just like in his bed, just hovering between life and death, like it showed his father coming back. And it showed like Johnny's parents and his grandma and everybody like at his bedside. But he was like unconscious. But then it like showed like as Johnny was in bed, like he was calling out for Uncle Remus. So then his grandmother then like brought Uncle Remus in, and Uncle Remus was telling another story about Brer Rabbit and the laughing place. And then then that ended up reviving Johnny. And then Johnny like saw that his father was back, and his father just told him that he was staying, and they would be together, and they would do like what Brer Rabbit did also. Then it cut to like some time later on. Like it's never really like said like how long after this is, but then it shows Johnny, Ginny, and Toby like all like just running around the plantation singing. And then then it showed like also the dog also with them as well. And then it showed at one point they were then running past Uncle Remus, and then it then like showed that Brer Rabbit had then appeared, and Uncle Remus had like watched all of it, and then then it just like had like other characters from Uncle Remus's stories appearing as well, and then you had the kids singing like Zippity Doo Dah. Uncle Remus also singing it as well, and then and the film just like ended with like the kids all singing Zippity Doo Dah, running off, and Uncle Remus like running after them, catching up to them, and then yeah, all four of them then just all skip away into the sunset. And then yeah, and that's how the film ended. So yeah, so overall, well, I did find myself enjoying the film enough. Like I know that probably like this isn't like a lot of the slaves really were not accurately depicted, and there is like some controversy surrounding it. Like I said, is like some stuff talked about in the film that can kind of like get uncomfortable to listen to at points, and yeah, and yeah, and sometimes like there's like some stuff that's not really interesting, like the stuff between Ginny and her brothers and stuff, and the film can get unfocused. But yeah, still, I did find myself still enjoying it enough. Like I did enjoy the bond between Uncle Remus and Johnny. I like Dibbity Doo Dah is a great song. I like the stuff with Brer Rabbit and stuff, and so yeah. So overall, I did find myself at least enjoying it enough. So yeah, so well, overall, I do like it. So like I said, I do give it 3 stars out of 4. Like I have, like I said, I'm as far as like how black people would feel about this film, I don't really know. Like if I was black watching this, I may see this film in a different light with how the slaves are really portrayed and depicted in the film. But as is, I mean, even like with like the controversy surrounding like the slave portrayal and stuff, like I do think the film overall is pretty enjoyable. I mean, it's not a masterpiece or anything, but yeah, but it is still an enjoyable 90 minutes is to sit and watch the film with. So yeah, so overall, just while it is a controversial film, it's hard to really say that it's not good because yeah, it just really is still a very enjoyable film. At least for me, it is. Like I'm not really too sure how many of you have actually seen the film since it hasn't had a home video release. But if you are able to track the film down, just give it a watch and draw your own conclusion. I mean, some people may find it kind of offensive and kind of be uncomfortable with some of the stuff they talk about, but for me at least, there is still enough to love. I mean, the catchy song, the good animation, a good overall like a connection between the two main characters. So overall, just there's not really whole lot to really complain about. So I do like it. So yeah, so it is a good film, I think. So yeah, all I can say is just if you can find the film, just check it out and draw your own conclusion. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, but of course, like the film, like I said, is yet to receive a home video release to this day. But I mean, will it ever? Could we ever get this film to be put on Disney Plus? I mean, on Wikipedia, like it does say that um that the executive chairman affirmed it would not be getting a release on the service, seeing that it's not appropriate in today's world. So yeah, people today can get like very sensitive about these kind of subjects, but who knows? I mean, could Disney ever change their mind and give in and finally give this film a release on Disney Plus, us, and on home video? I mean, yeah, will it ever actually get an official release? I guess only time will tell. So yeah, so we'll just have to wait and see about that. All right, so I guess that's all I can really say about it. So yeah, so this is my review of Song of the South. So I hope you guys did enjoy this review. So yeah, and hopefully this was a good enough uh, Black History Month related video for you guys. I mean, I know like this probably wasn't the best choice, but I figured that since it kind of is sort of like revolving around like a Black historical subject, I thought it would be appropriate to talk about this. So hopefully you guys did enjoy this review and it was a good enough review in honor of Black History Month. So yeah, hope this was okay for you guys. All right, but yeah, hope you guys did enjoy this review. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.